us up and running, hopefully. So, sorry we're a wee bit late there. Obviously, the referee decided that he wanted to make the Wolves fans suffer a little bit more. And they certainly weren't happy about it. But Manchester United 4, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. And thank God, guys, this is our third live show now we've done after game. The first two were pretty poor. And I'm happy. I'm happy with 3 points. Always happy with 3 points, regardless of everything else. Performance, selection, anything they got there, we got 3 points, and that's all that matters. Um, do any of you disagree with me?
No.
No, delighted. 3 points. Like I wasn't so happy at half time. I was trying to keep cool, but Wolves are shocking.
Yeah.
They're
Wolves are terrible. God, I do feel sorry for Wolves fans, to be honest, but they are so poor.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like it was like in the first half, I was watching the game and I was like, I think this is the worst team I've ever seen
Yeah,
in the Premier League. Like, because it just
Yeah.
seems.
shocking.
the way I seen it was it's almost like you're playing FIFA against difficulty, which is maybe just slightly too hard for you, and then you just go down a difficulty and you end up just destroying it. That's the way I felt when you compared that game to the other games we played this season. That for me is a perfect comparison.
Yeah, and the thing is, as the old saying goes, I wish we could play them every week. But as it turns out, we're playing them twice this month.
Happy
So
days.
Yeah. Well,
happy days.
well, I'm hoping tonight now, what we've got, we have an Irish fan who's meant to be coming on. He's actually at the game, travelled over for that game. So it'll be interesting to see how he got on. Just want to check whether or not he's not Jared just yet. But like I said, if there's anyone coming on here tonight, feel free to get involved. Up the Reds 12345 is already online. He says, "Jesus, Wolves are woeful." Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely
we would
woeful.
all agree with that. Up the
Um,
Reds.
so I have a game tonight. I have got our player score sheets. I'll stick that onto the chat room now shortly. But yeah, listen. Is that all the guys now going to the African?
No, well, the thing is, our next game is next Monday, and it's the 15th. So the 15th is the deadline for the last day the AFCON players have. So I'm assuming we have access to those players for that game, even though it's right at the end. It's on the 15th night. Hopefully that's the case, and then that's it for probably about 4 weeks, I would imagine, depending how to do. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dead on.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Listen, I've stuck that into the chat room there on YouTube for anybody who's coming on. We're having a bit of a problem here with one of the cameras. Your camera, the camera's facing you. It keeps kind of going off and on, but we'll bear with it and see what we can do.
Yeah. So what do you think of the game?
To be honest with you, I was really, really, really bored. I thought, second half. Okay, listen, second half they did well. Came out, stepped it up. Couple of nice plays, couple of nice goals. You can't fault them for the second half. You know what I mean? But Wolves were just dreadful.
But
Like really, really, really bad.
I'll tell you what happened. Watching the first half, I thought we were the better team, and but like having said that, we got the goal which we needed to get, and what do you call it? And then I had to go. I actually had to leave the house, pick up one of the kids, and I was on the Five Live. Didn't have the game. I'm not sure if Talk Sport had it, but anyway, I was putting on the United stand, cheering it, and it really pissed me off because, and look, I'm a big fan of the United stand, but the comments coming in at that stage, and Goldbridge himself were all, "Oh, this is easy. We could be 6 or 7 nil up. The players will be on Instagram at half time." There's such a relaxed atmosphere, and I'm like, guys, I mean, how quickly you forget what this team is like. And it was pissing me off because I was like, we are 1-0 up. Everybody needs to chill out. Uh, you know, this team has shown what happens whenever they're 1-0 up. They fall apart. And I came back right at the end of the first half, we let in a goal. And I was just like, this is exactly what is wrong with this fan base. You know, oh, we're back, easy. We're playing such a crap team, and at halftime it was 1-1. So look, fair play. Second half came out and we were the better team. We passed it well. There was a lot of good performances. Like I'm sure we'll get into it, but you know, just a quick shout out to Mason Mount. I thought Mason Mount had one of his best games for us. But you look, you have the temper of who you're playing against. But then again, you can only play who you're playing against, and we played well. So yeah, well, I'm sure we'll delve into kind of each player and things, but delighted to get the 3 points.
What do you think, Killian?
Well, firstly, actually, what I want to say is it too early to say the words title charge after that game?
I know you're being
Um,
funny, but it's not funny.
Yeah, well,
Just before you go on, yeah, I know you're saying that, but before the game started, I do believe you were saying if we don't win tonight, I'm going to be hammering out.
I was.
Yeah, so I mean,
So it's called delusion, and you know, after a win like that, it's not a bad thing to have. But
yeah.
I can't believe you saying it was a boring match. I mean, it wasn't a competitive match. Put it that
The first
way.
half.
But the first half, okay, a bit boring.
Shite.
Wasn't too competitive.
No, I wouldn't have said it was a shite first half.
No.
I was just really disappointed that we let the goal in. Don't forget that is the first goal. Sorry, somebody's ringing your phone there.
Is that Eddie?
Yeah,
He's trying to get on.
yeah. So no, but look, we had chances. Dallo actually had a great chance, and it was a good save, and we'll give credit to Dallo. Look, again, I don't want to start going into all the players right away, but Dallo, and I've been a big critic of Dallo. Dallo played well today. I thought Dallo played a decent game. Got the assists. I believe he got one assist. Had a great chance to score in the first half. So no, he played well. But look, it's, you know, let's not get carried away. Basically,
He was a deer in the headlights whenever he got that chance. He was through in the 1st, but in fairness, it was really quick thinking. I mean, it just showed how bad
I thought it was a good shot.
it was. But he was still like, you could see him kind of thinking, oh shit, this is a good chance. You know what I mean? He wasn't. I'm seeing there a couple of comments coming in here. So up the Reds again saying, can't let this result fool us about the situation we are in. And there's a scarf. Big up to the. What was it he won? He won a.
Oh yeah, he won a creator.
Since we were
Creators
last.
Award,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Congratulations, Harry. Good to see
Congrats.
you. Doing well, and yeah, we'll have to get chatting with you soon because I know that.
What, Harry? What do you think about the FA Cup draw? They got Aston Villa.
I'll tell you what I think about our FA Cup draw briefly. And I'm not happy about it. When it comes to FA Cup draws and League Cup draws, I get very annoyed when United gets what do you call a boring draw, and I think Brighton at home is one of the most boring draws you could have got. And I mean, you just envy so much seeing like City get Exeter at home, Liverpool get Barnsley at home, like Crystal Palace away to Macclesfield in the non-league, and we're just stuck with Brighton at home. Now I know Spurs actually is a bit of a worse scenario at home to Villa. I definitely would prefer playing Brighton and Villa, but still, you know, the FA Cup should be a break from the Premier League, and you want to play teams in the lower division, and especially this season where we've got no European football, not into the Carabao Cup early as well. We're only playing Premier League teams. It's very annoying that we're going to be playing another Premier League team so early on in the FA Cup, but it is what it is. We're at home turf. We beat Brighton at home earlier this season too. We're just going to have to do it here in this one, and I'm still confident we can get it done. Here's fingers crossed anyway.
I was hoping we were still to be drawn out of the out of the velvet bag, and Salford were drawn out, and I was like, oh, that would have been tasty away to Salford. But sure, it is what it is. But you know, we'll hopefully we'll repeat our victory against Brighton from earlier in the season.
Hopefully, yeah.
And they don't get their own back on us.
So, yeah, and I see I've got a couple of messages. So we're up against the technology here. Are you getting messages there about getting connected? Are you reaching out to Eddie there? You know, because I know he's keen to get on, but we're trying to see if you can reach out to him there.
That's my phone there.
That's your phone there. Oh, but then we can't.
No.
Okay, so like, yeah, did you actually think the first half was? Did you actually think the first half was entertaining?
Well, compared to I think the second half was better for the two, but I mean, I did go see it at times that as a whole, compared to other halves of football we've seen this season, it really wasn't too bad. There were still chances being created. There was still a bit of competitiveness because Wolves at times had swings in the game where they were getting back into it, obviously. Both teams had their sort of swings and momentum during the half too. So it was relatively entertaining, but the second half obviously was a lot more entertaining, especially from a United point of view. We just took control. We played some brilliant football, as we mentioned earlier again, like Mason Mount, played brilliant. Mateus Cunha, fantastic as well. But on this podcast past few weeks, what I've been crying out for is an exciting performance because I was sick to death of week in week out just playing games, just going through the motions, boring performances, nothing really exciting or creative going on. We were just playing the system, which we just wasn't bringing out creativity whatsoever. So I think from a performance point of view, it was brilliant to see a bit of excitement here in this one. A couple of goals too, 4 goals scored here in this one is brilliant as well. And obviously it's only Wolves, so it was expected we were going to win anyway. But honestly, I'm very happy we did score plenty of goals here in this one, and hopefully that can maybe build a bit of momentum for us anyway. Maybe a bit of creativity going forward in the next few matches as well. So hopefully maybe this is a game which we needed. It came at a perfect time, and 3 points on the board, and that performance and the goals we put on display there and that one at the Molineux, hopefully that is something which can drive us on to bigger and better things the round off 2025.
We're actually +4 in goal difference. We're hitting the
That's
heights. I can't remember last time we were +4.
Yeah. Do you know what I did find myself thinking in the second half? I was thinking about, what are we going to talk about here when we come on? And I was thinking to myself, like, I was listening to the United stand as well in the background, and I was listening, and I was like, I'm so conflicted because I actually, when I look at the league table and I see the league table now, and I see us, let me just bring it up here, the most recent, the
we're
updated one.
sixth.
So we're 6th
Yeah.
on 25 points, and
It's still almost like you can't really take it too seriously because there's about 6 or 7 points which separates 4th place and 14th place. It's all very
Yeah.
tight at the minute.
We're a point behind Champions League place, but look,
Yeah.
it's look. I think maybe not. Maybe the season the table will remain tight. I'd say within the next 10 games, I would be very surprised if the top 4 were that anywhere near as close to 6th and 7th place in
Yeah.
10 games time.
I think
But,
like Arsenal, City, I think they'll definitely be safe. City especially picking up 4. Maybe Aston Villa have to continue their form, but after that, Chelsea even inconsistent recently. So it's all up for grabs after those 3
But
teams.
you have to remember we're in the middle of a run of games where we should be looking and going, geez, we need to be getting
Yeah.
nearly maximum points. And we've dropped 3 points against Everton, 2 points against West Ham. There's 5 points dropped. Now, we've won or both our away games. Now, Wolves, you probably would have expected it. We probably wouldn't have, we probably would have taken a draw against Palace. So, look, you need to win. You need to win these games because the next one's Bournemouth. And then after Bournemouth,
Austin
Villa
Villa.
away.
Villa away, and then it's Newcastle. Is it
Newcastle,
Boxing
Wolves
Day?
finish
Yeah.
off the
So
year.
so suddenly the games start getting harder again because
Yeah.
you got Villa and Newcastle.
And then
and
eventually, halfway through January, we're back to the Manchester Derby.
Yeah, exactly. And then with Wolves after the
Yeah.
So
So
is that the game Eddie's
hopefully-
going to?
Yeah.
That's a good game to be going to. The way Wolves are playing, you might actually see some goals, but unless who's Rob Andrews?
Rob Edwards.
Oh, Edwards, sorry. Unless he starts turning things around in the next couple of weeks, but
Can't see it.
That was our first goal.
yeah, in 6 games,
Yeah.
6 games.
That's a bit of an embarrassing stat for sure.
But I thought it was interesting. The commentator said in the first half that they hadn't actually conceded in the first half. I think he had said this season.
Who?
Wolves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At home?
Maybe it was at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely not the whole season.
I know, but I think he was. That's what he said. Like so, yeah. But I mean, just again to kind of continue on what I was saying, like whenever I was watching that first, and like, I don't know if it's just like I'm being worn down by just and I don't want to be negative tonight because we won and we got 3 points, but I just kind of I don't see anything. There's nothing exciting about that team. There's nothing exciting about the way we're playing. Whenever Ten Hag was in the latter part of his tenure, we kept talking about there's no style of play. We can't see what he's trying to do. You
Well,
know,
the thing I was talking about this actually earlier, like right before the match, and the thing with Ten Hag was at the end, like there was no set of play, of course, but the thing about Ten Hag United and any United team before Ruben Amorim's came in is there was always a bit of unpredictability, which made you excited to watch United play all the time, regardless of how good or bad we were, because you would never know. We could lose a game 3-0 or we could win a game 3-0. You just never knew what was going to happen, and I suppose that added the excitement. And whenever we did play well, we did play some exciting, good stuff as well. But under Ruben Amorim, it's just been consistently poor. But here tonight against Wolves, for me, it was a bigger improvement. Albeit against Wolves, was still you've got to take the 3 points and you got to take these performances as they come for you.
Yeah, well, I thought today, I think you're being harsh. I thought today, look, we're playing Wolves, they're not that good. I mean, that's quite evident. But especially second half, I thought we played well.
second half, it's different.
I thought our passing was crisp.
Yeah.
It was for one time. I thought we battled well. I mean, I think it was the third goal. The third goal that we scored, that came about from us being dogged around the midfield. There was like 3 or 4 players. Dallo was one, Cunha was one, and we were just not giving them a second. And we won the ball back, and we ended up getting the third goal. So look, I saw a lot of positives, and I thought it was a good game. And I'm very hopeful for it. But I'm totally, I'm not getting ahead of myself. We're playing Wolves, but that's the sort of thing we need to bring on now to the Bournemouth game. So I thought we showed intent. The one thing that has been annoying me over the last few games is there was a lack of intensity, like a real lack of intensity. And I didn't particularly see it in the first half. I saw it in the second half. Now, don't forget, we went down, we went in at a half-time 1-1. So there was a reaction. There was a reaction following the half-time team talk from Ruben, and I haven't seen that very often. Again, it's against Wolves, but at least we did it. You have to do it.
Yeah.
And we did it. And I thought we played well.
I thought, and again, maybe I'm being harsh, but I just thought it kind of reminded me of the Palace game, where in the first half, I mean, Palace are such a better team than Wolves, but in the first half, just seemed like they were trying to break them down, and it was just very slow, and there were a lot of backward passing and sideways passing and stuff like that there. And I mean, the second half came out and they just destroyed them. Do you know what I mean? They overran them, like you said. But it's easy to do that whenever a team's knackered, or against Crystal Palace, the team was tired.
Yeah, it was Palace.
That was tired.
Yeah,
but that Wolves team, and perhaps like if I watch it back, and maybe maybe the experts will show maybe changes that he made to the system or something. I don't know, but I just kind of feel that it was just. I mean, it's hard to judge either way on that there, but. Because the Wolves were so bad, like really, and you hear the fans, what the fans were singing. You sold the team, now you sell the club, So I'd love, because we have Tony's been set up to come on. He's from Dublin and big Wolves fan. He was due to go over. He was over in Molyneux there, so he texted me earlier on today, so I know he's definitely planned to coming on. So I don't know whether he's having issues with the internet or whatever around the stadium. But I'd like to reach out to him if I can.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pass your. Because we use, whenever we're doing this, we use our phones for the cameras. I'm gonna switch off my camera here for a couple of minutes and make some calls to him. I'm gonna ask you guys if you can have a go through the player ratings.
Yeah.
100%. So I'll bring it up on the score. There's So go. Have you brought up the player ratings there on your?
Yeah, I see you have Ugarte on your list. I don't think he came on.
No, he didn't come on. I've never actually took him on. Give him a point anyway.
I'm going to give him 10.
So hold on, I'll just share that screen here now. Let me see, 2 seconds. I can put you guys on it here. There we go.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yep, no worries.
No, so...
We'll go down, sure.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Lamans first.
Lamans a solid 7.
Yeah,
What would you
I
say?
agree,
You
yeah.
agree? Yeah. Did everything. What I like about Lamans is, and I think I said it to you during the game,
Safe.
he's safe, but he's actually a good ball playing keeper.
He is, yeah.
Do you know? Foremost, he's a keeper who can save the ball and catch the ball, and but he's so much better with his feet than I don't even want to bring his
Yeah.
name up.
Onana.
But yeah, Onana. So yeah, solid 7.
Yeah.
So midfield or not midfield, defense then, Luke Shaw.
It starts with Diogo Dallo. So
Well, it's up to you. Yeah,
we'll go by order of the
you
list.
work away.
So
Yeah.
Diogo Dallo, I think a 7 here in this one.
Yeah, you know something? I'm a big critic of Diogo Dallo. I give him an 8 tonight. And it's been a long time since I've given Dallo an 8.
Credits where it's due anyway.
I thought he was good. Yeah, I thought he's been guilty of losing the ball at times, and the first couple he lost in the first half twice badly, but he kind of bucked up his ideas and he got the assist. He had a good chance for a goal. He was a threat. So yeah, solid. You're 7. I say an 8.
Yeah, I know, and that's something for me because I've been at Dollar for years. Even that season when he was playing brilliant, won our Player of the Year for United. I still wasn't too fond of him, so
No.
that's something for me to give him a positive rating. But credit where it's due, brilliant performance by him here tonight. Definitely his best of the season. Hopefully he can continue that way.
So
Aidan Heaven then next. I give Heaven a 7 as well.
yeah,
honestly.
7. I thought Heaven was
Composed.
and
Yeah.
it was. Do you know something? It'll do him a lot of good, that performance.
Yeah.
Because that's the second start. He didn't play the whole game, of course. Amar made his normal centre back switches with about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with.
No.
You know, like we're 3-1 up. But it's like why? There's 20
It's like-
there's 22 minutes left, I think, and then there was another 9. So that's like over half an hour, and he's changing 2 of our 3 centre backs.
It's like a bad habit he's got into, and he just can't get rid of it. Like,
Yeah, it's weird. I don't really know many other managers who
don't know
get
any
on
other
like
managers,
that.
No.
But look, we got away with it today. But I
Yeah.
don't like it going forward. If you're playing against a decent team, they see that as let's get into let's break the rhythm of this new centre back partnership.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, what's next?
Having composed, I thought he did a good job on Larson as well. No, Strand Larson has been great this season, but I thought he looked very composed against him, and he's a big unit too
Yeah,
from
he is.
Norway. So
Yeah,
7
yeah.
here in this one. Very happy with having. Luke Shaw, I give a 7 as well. Once again, I thought Shaw steady again. He actually made a brilliant tackle in the first half. He missed that
Okay.
around the halfway line. Could have started the Wolves counter attack, but it was brilliant. Full measure, no half measures. Full in. Just took the ball cleanly. Wolves were crying sort of for a foul, but it was a clean tackle.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought Shaw was brilliant. I'd give him a 7.
I give him a 7 too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't really add much more to it than that. He was decent. He kind of give the ball away a couple of times, but overall he was pretty composed. I'm
Yeah.
pretty happy with it. So it's Heaven and Masraoui.
Yep,
Yeah.
Mazraoui.
Yeah,
I think
I give him
I give him
Masraoui
seven
a
too.
7. Yeah,
Yeah.
decent performance.
yet again.
Yeah,
stuck
he
with
was
the basics.
decent. Kept the ball moving. Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, it's against Wolves, but so next, Ahmed.
Ahmad Diallo, I'd like to hear what you say here first.
Okay, I thought Ahmed was good. I actually thought Ahmed was good. I thought he battled hard and he was a threat offensively, and he got the ball into the box quite a few times. I give him a solid 7.
I'd
100%.
probably give him a 7 too then,
Yeah.
just about. I mean, I thought at times, if I was being critical, he was a bit wasteful on the ball at times, in the final third, maybe not making passes he should have made passes to, not taking chances he should have taken, and vice versa as well. But, he was a good ball carrier. He was energetic in the match. I'd probably be happy to give him a 7 as well.
Cool. So,
Casemiro,
Casemiro, yeah, he got about his role,
decent enough. I give him
Probably
a
give him-
6.
I was going to say 6.5.
Yeah,
He was decent, he didn't really,
not too noticeable. but
yeah, like I wouldn't say dominated the game in midfield,
No.
but look, he did all right.
Yeah.
He's having a decent season.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6.5, 6.5. So Bruno,
Bruno Fernandes, the big one for you.
centre midfielder,
2 goals.
shouldn't be there. 2 goals and an assist. Now I'll give
Yeah.
him the assist for Mount's goal was excellent.
Yeah.
Simple ball. It's not simple. You need skill to do it, and you need skill to see the run. But he makes it look simple. I think that's it. And Mount's finish was class because first time, and clinical. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, one of them is a penalty, and the goal. He's kind of lucky he scored it, because if he didn't score it,
Bit
it was going to
lucky,
go
yeah.
through him, losing his footing, and keeper's a bit dodgy. But anyway, he scored. Yeah, give him a 8.5.
Yeah, around 8 there too, I'd say.
Yeah,
Could have
yeah.
pushed for a 9, but I think was
know.
out for an 8.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't
I sort of feel, well, actually, no, I'm a bit conflicted. At the time, I kind of thought we should have given the penalty to Cunha.
Yeah, I
But
would
see,
agree.
in hindsight, Bruno is our penalty taker. Let's not mess about. We're 3-1. Let's put the game completely out of reach.
I still
So it's
probably,
probably-
I
it's
would have
probably
been happy
right.
to give it Cunha. Still,
Yeah,
but you know, no sleep lost anyway.
No.
I'm
So that's the two
Cunha doesn't mind
midfielders.
either,
So we're
yeah.
going into our top 3 now.
Yeah, I just see Masraoui coming up there just now.
Oh,
So I'll give him a 7.
okay, yeah.
Mason Mount, for me 9. I give him a 9. I thought he's an excellent man of the match for sure.
100%. Man of the match for me. And if he's man of the match, he has to be a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Probably
Passing,
one of the best games he's
amazing.
played first.
yeah, probably the best.
Yeah,
He
some of
definitely
his
argued for
passing
it.
was exquisite, and his finish was fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first time long balls, so smooth, effortlessly pulling them off all game too.
Yeah.
Brilliant, and the finish too. Like
Touch wood,
it was.
he is staying fit.
Yeah, I mean it was
And we're
good.
yeah,
Good cross from Bruno. It was at a high velocity that cross too, and
Yeah.
for him to finish it like that first time and pass Sam Johnson, was an incredible finish.
this is the Mason Mount that we have waited like
Yeah.
3 seasons to see.
This is the
This is the
Mason
Mason Mount from Chelsea, who is
Yeah.
a clinical finisher.
This is a player we spent 55 million on.
Yeah, and if he can stay fit, and he can start doing that,
Yeah.
man, happy days. But I do like him. I like him as a player. I like him as a character. I think he seems to be a good guy. Just hopefully he can continue on this vein of form. If he can give us like 7 or 8 goals,
That's brilliant.
over the season, that'll be a
Yeah.
massive help for us.
Yeah, but Mason Mount 9, brilliant performance, man of the
Yeah.
match. What more do we just said of that? Brian Mbumo, interesting one here. He got himself a goal, obviously, albeit it was a bit of a open net. But what do you think for?
Yeah,
Brian
like I
Mbeumo?
was glad Mbumo scored because I think he's been, as we talked about in previous podcasts, he's been off the boil. He's getting the
Yeah.
Man United bug. And if you don't know what the Man United bug is, it's the debilitating bug that happens good players after they've been at our club. They start getting infected by the mediocrity
Yeah.
of our squad. But that goal will help him. And I think he had a decent enough game. I'd probably give him 7.
I'd
even with the goal.
I'll put him in for 6 here, probably more. So
6, that's harsh.
6.5 almost. Because
Jeez.
I mean, yeah, I got a goal. Fair play to him. Took it well. Open net. But I thought he should have offered a lot more to the match. I think again, just like I said about Ahmad a few minutes ago, he was a bit wasteful in the ball at times. Again, poor decision making in the final third too. I just think he could have been a bit better here, but happy got a goal. 6.5 for me probably, but I still believe he does need to improve a bit. But hopefully with that goal now on board, we do start to see that. I know he is heading away to AFCON, probably after the Bournemouth match if he even plays there, which I'm pretty sure he will play there, but we'll wait and see, I suppose. But hopefully he can be in good form both in that Bournemouth match and after he comes back with Cameroon from AFCON too.
And is that, have we done Cunha? Is that the last one?
Cunha then next. I'd give Cunha an 8.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Cunha worked hard, and I think he had that
Unlucky.
the grit again. He was
Yeah.
winning balls, holding the ball up. He probably deserved a goal. I think.
100%. 8 or 9 shots in the game. Don't know how good many of those shots actually were. Probably mostly half chances, but he still is. It does still prove he's an extremely creative outlet there, and it's definitely what we've been crying out for. Past few weeks we've been very boring, very flat going forward. We've definitely been missing him, I do believe, and
Yeah.
now he's back in the team. We're more fluid. We're creating more chances. I mean, that game there tonight is 27 shots. I think we had. I think it finished with, and that's the most shots we've ever had under Ruben Amorim in his tenure so far after his first year. So, and I think Matheus Cunha was a massive, massive reason for that. So, Cunha, we've seen it already. He's not a goal scorer, but he creates. He does the hard work. He grits. He grinds, and of course, he lets players like Bruno and Mbeumo, etc., just to get the job done there, get the goals. of
Yeah, we
course.
were discussing it during the game about the fact that the Wolves fans were booing him, and we are kind of thinking if the Wolves fan was coming on, it'd be interesting to find his view on it because. Like Cunha was, as far as I know, quite respectful. He's big.
Yeah.
He stayed with them a good few years, and we're talking about how players who have done well for the clubs and then they sort of get treated disrespectfully. And I was saying United wouldn't really have done that. Ronaldo came back under Madrid, and he was
Juventus
clapped,
too.
and Juventus, and Beckham played a few times against us. Always got full respect. So it's just strange that Wolves fans were booing every touch he had and all.
Yeah.
Strange.
Well,
But-
listen, just to give you an update there. So, I don't know what the problem is. There seems to be some kind of an issue with the software because both the guys who are due to come on have sent me messages saying that they're trying to get on and it just will not connect for them. So, and they've actually sent me screen grabs, and it's just the email that they got is all like coding and stuff. So I don't know what has gone on with that. So I don't think they're going to come on. Which
Maybe
is,
if they even restart their devices, something so simple. I know.
no, I think actually it was coming from the issues maybe from the software.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. But anyway, like it's unlikely they're going to come on here now. I would imagine at this time. But yeah. Did you get through? Did you get through all the guys there?
Well,
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
we
Well,
missed
other
out the
than-
subs just,
yeah,
but
well, the
you know,
subs
starting
were-
11's the main thing. The subs didn't really do too much. I mean, again, like subs never really do too much. But I suppose
I
just
thought
briefly,
Euro was decent.
Euro,
I thought
Euro
Euro
looked
was
a
decent.
lot more confident, I have to say.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant to see after, past 2 games, giving away the penalty against Palace, and he looked distraught on the bench thereafter, and then didn't really get a look in against West Ham Thursday nights. So to see him getting back on the pitch, playing with much more confidence is brilliant. Lisandro Martinez coming back in as well, off the bench is brilliant. And I do want to mention Kobe Manu as well, because I thought Manu, whenever he was on the ball, whenever he was making passes, I thought he was excellent in this one too. Really looked like his old self here in this one as well.
What I was interested in when I saw Manu was coming on, I was interested to see who was on the touchline beside him, because I was thinking, will Almiron be there? He wasn't. It was
yeah.
like 2 coaches, and I was like, when they're making subs, usually the manager giving last instructions and things.
Yeah.
There's no sign of Almiron.
No.
I thought Manu. I was glad he got a bit of minutes. And I thought he was actually quite decent. He picked out a few good passes. He held up the ball well. Didn't do anything wrong. He was better tonight than previous sort of swan songs or brief appearances he's had. So look, I don't know if there's any way back for him. I think
No,
he's going on
sad.
loan. I think he's going on loan,
Yeah.
and I think we'll probably maybe go for Conor Gallagher, and that'll be the
I take him.
replacement.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll have to wait and see.
I think a loan would be a good move for him, because we get him playing football for 6 months, and I know it's a whole positive environment tonight, but to be honest, like,
Apart from me.
can I, well, can anyone here say
4-1 win, Stephen. That was boring.
Can
I'm
anyone
not happy.
can anyone here genuinely say by the end of the season that Ruben Almiron is coming off the back of a successful second year and he's keeping the job for season 3?
Well, I can see it. Yeah,
But do you think it would be the right choice?
it depends what happens the rest
Yeah,
of
I
the season.
suppose but
Depends
turn-
if we go in, if we get 1 or 2 players.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a wee bit here about I know the AFCON is not straight away, but it's straight away after. What happens with, because there were that whole right side, that team that was out there tonight, that whole right side's gone for that period over Christmas and into January. So Mazrari, Ahmad, and Mbumo.
Mhm.
That's the whole right side. So
I think we're
he's
gonna
been
settle.
he's been so
He'll,
hesitant to play other players here. So what?
he'll have Dargu on the left, and he'll have Dallo on the right.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, it's easy enough to replace Mazraoui in that back 3. Just plenty
yeah,
of options.
Masrari, yeah,
And you've got
Euro
Delete
and
Maguire.
Delet's been on, so that'll be replaced. It's the Mbumos. Look, and maybe Shesko will be back, and he'll be
Yeah.
playing Shesko and Mount and Cunha, and he'll
But,
keep Bruno in midfield.
I mean,
That's
again,
probably what he's going to do.
does it pave the way for a possible Shea Lacey breakthrough?
It's not going to happen.
It's not
'cause
going to happen. No.
Tonight was the night at 4-1 with
Yeah.
5 minutes to go or 3 minutes to go that Shea Lacey could have got. He could have laced his boots up and got on.
That's such a bad pun. Like.
Yeah, well, it's best pun tonight.
Well, I
Uh,
suppose the front 3 before even Chester comes back, Cunha, Mount, Xerxes would work, definitely. So I suppose, our squad is relatively thin compared to other teams, but there still isn't just enough there to get us through AFCON, I think.
Well, that's the first thing I noticed with the lineup. I think I said in the group, it's like there's not much on that bench
No.
offensively. I know
Yeah.
Xerxes was there, but I mean, apart from that,
Yeah.
there was nothing.
It's good to
Like-
see. It's good to see Martinez being brought back
yeah,
into the fold,
slowly.
and just given they're not throwing him in as well. I'm happy to see that, as well, because I think once he gets back fit, And because even like Shaw, like I'm just really pleased with Shaw how he's managed to keep touch wood. He's managed
Yeah,
to keep
Shaw,
playing.
Shaw and
and-
Mount are the ones that's
yeah,
yeah.
and like I said, that goal, the goal that Mount took tonight was brilliant, and fair play to Bruno too because it was a great vision that he saw the run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
And he passed it at the right time.
and he passed. It was
Do you know
great.
what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and that's
keeping
what
it
Bruno can
onside.
do. That's the good side of his game.
But that's why he
That's what
shouldn't
he's
be.
attacking.
Yeah, I know.
attacking.
He's not a
It's
centre midfielder. you
yeah,
know.
I mean, I know.
Look, we
that,
got away with it today because we're
yeah,
playing Wolves,
because
but
we're playing such a shit team.
it'll be a different
Really
story
bad.
against Bournemouth, even though we're at Old Trafford.
The one thing about Bournemouth is they're not coming into this match next Monday in good form whatsoever. They're a couple heavy defeats actually recently. I know it was a 0-0 draw against Chelsea last time, which is a decent result. And I think they actually had an offside goal early on, so could have won the game there 1-0. So well, Bournemouth are always good against us anyway, especially at Old Trafford. It's around this time of the year we always have the toxic 3-0 defeat at home to Bournemouth, where the players get booed off, the stadium's half empty with 10 minutes to go. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen next Monday night. But I mean, it definitely does present a better chance for us to beat Bournemouth compared to previous years. So hopefully, fingers crossed, all goes well next week.
I'm just looking there at Bournemouth. The last 6 games, they've lost 4 and drawn 2.
Yeah,
Um,
a couple defeats where they're conceding 4 goals in there as well. Like
They've,
Villa.
they've only drawn 2 games all season.
well, they've drawn 2 in the last 6.
Yeah,
So
and they must be 0-0s, were they?
I don't know.
Because they hadn't scored in 6 games.
But yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean that they won't come around, come to Old Trafford and turn it around. Of course,
Yeah, I know. I know.
just look at their last game. Well, their last game was 0-0 against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And was
that's not
that
the- that's not
at Molyneux or are they
yeah,
at home?
Yeah, they're not Molyneux. That's Wolves you're talking
Oh, who are you talking? Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about
Bournemouth.
Wolves.
No, I'm talking about
Sorry,
Bournemouth.
my mistake.
about. Yeah, so their last. Let me just see now their actual
Okay.
results. Yeah, so at the weekend they drew 0-0 with Chelsea. Before that, they lost 1-0 to Everton. Both those games were at home. Lost away to Sunderland 3-2. And then before that, drew with West Ham at home. So yeah, like I mean, like nothing really to write home about, but that doesn't really mean a lot with United. Again, I don't know why I feel so negative with some of the things I'm saying here tonight, but some of the stuff that did, and again, this was all the first half, and I was kind of annoyed at the first half, but I was kind of disappointed with Heaven in the first half, like well, not even so much Heaven, the goalie, because I thought there was that time where the two of them were coming together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That was Heaven. Well,
Well,
actually,
that's the
no.
goalie's job.
No,
That's
no,
the goalie's
actually,
job.
I know I changed my mind. I actually said it was Lamane should have said it's
Yeah.
mine because
Yeah.
Heaven doesn't know what's behind him.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
the
but,
goalie. It's
like,
the goalie's fault there.
yeah.
He needs to be command his
that-
boxer.
yeah.
But that
That's
listen,
isolated.
it's those are small. But those
They
are. Small
are, I
things that we got
know,
away
I know. But
against better
I-
teams.
yeah.
We might not have got away with it.
I know.
You know?
I do know what you're saying, but I wouldn't be going in on either player to be honest with that. I know it's a slight negative on the first half, but it's not something I would be really marking them down
Yeah.
on.
fair
But
enough.
but I do agree it was the keeper who should have said it's mine. So he obviously didn't vocalize that
Yeah.
because Heaven then kind of was leaving it for him, and then at the last second changed his mind.
Yeah.
So the coaches need to highlight that. You like to think and work on that as well, because that I suppose that's the way they have to look at the wee things that could have gone wrong.
Well,
and
Heaven is
perhaps
young, isn't he? What
oh,
is
he's
he?
young. He's only about 18. I think he was 17 last year.
Oh, is he?
wasn't
Yeah.
Is he actually?
He's only a kid.
Yeah.
He's and something. He shows great maturity, but for somebody as young as he is, I mean, when you think we've got Aiden Heaven and Lenny Euro's only what about 18, 19?
I think they're both around 19.
Yeah,
I think
kids, like.
Heaven was 18 when we signed him, so
Yeah.
he must be around 19 now.
Yeah. So extremely young. So look, hopefully we'll continue to develop, and I imagine playing alongside Delet or even training with him will help bring them on as well.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking back to I had said pre the games leading up to Christmas. Had I said 9 points?
Yeah, what are we on now? 7.
So that's 7 points. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. With 2 games before Christmas.
That's right. Yeah.
You know,
2 draws.
Crash as well.
2 draws will do it.
So I like so, and again, I think my reason for that was again the idea that I just think this season's about getting back into Europe.
Yeah.
And as much as I'd like to be playing better football and more exciting, winning is more important.
I was thinking about that the other during the week and about us kind of what we expect from the season and what we think should be like a barometer of a good season. And obviously it's placement and getting into Europe of some description. But I think it's important also. It's not even obviously placement is really important. But I think we there should be like a target of points. What do we accept? What is a good improvement? Forget about where we finish. How many points should we get? And I'm kind of thinking we should be hitting
Minimum
near
60.
seven. Oh, I'm thinking high 60, 70.
Yeah,
That's what in my head, it was
I
like
mean-
a good season. Because like the winners are going to be maybe well, Arsenal could be mid 80s.
I just want to be a point more than fifth place, so fourth.
Well,
So-
yeah.
and I don't give a
know.
shit whether that's 50
Yeah,
points.
You're going to need at least
you know.
70 to be Champions
Fifth
League.
place,
So
you are forgetting
that's the reality.
you are forgetting fifth place is Champions League spot now as well.
I
Is that
know.
guaranteed? Is it
Yeah.
guaranteed?
Pretty sure, yeah.
It sort of
Yeah,
depends.
Because well, England's high enough up in the coefficiency rankings that they should be able to maintain that fifth spot for another season at least anyway.
Well, we
I
can see.
can't say
We
it-
can see.
I
mean-
remember mocking Arsenal fans maybe 15 years ago and saying, you are happy if you get into the top four, and
Yeah.
that's no way to be, and I'd be delighted to get the top four this year.
100%. Of course.
Absolutely
If
delighted.
there's 15th or six, was
Yeah.
15th last year?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
something
take
like that.
top four without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And yeah, I think you're thinking about. I was thinking about Manu there. You think he will go in this in January?
I think
Where would he
so.
go to? Do you think they would let him? They
I
won't
think
let.
that he'll
They
go
won't
on
let him
loan.
go to somewhere in England. Like they won't let him go to another.
He
English
might go
team.
to the United Sanctuary of Napoli. Could see that happening.
Or feeder club
You know,
that we feed.
it used to be Royal Antwerp. Now it's Napoli.
Unless, well, we'll be definitely, well, no, not definitely, but I think we're interested in Conor Gallagher. If Atletico Madrid might go, something give us Manu on loan.
Could happen.
It could happen, like,
Toughen
and
him
you know,
up under Diego Simeone
yeah,
as well.
yeah. Look, I prefer he was staying, but there's no point him staying if he's not playing.
Yeah,
There's no
I've
point.
also seen, I seen earlier today, apparently Galatasaray were preparing a 40 million bid for Ugarte.
Killen told me that. I was like, what? Sell him.
I would sell him.
Sell him.
You know, yeah, absolutely.
And
40 million.
40 million.
What do we pay for him whenever he came?
About that.
Six,
50.
I think it was around 50, 60.
Aye.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It was, in
Was
the
that a Ten Hag sign?
Well,
Or was
yes.
this at the end of his?
Right at the end.
I don't know if it was under Ten Hag. I have a funny feeling I don't think Ten Hag wanted him. I don't know who's
No.
buying the players.
Yeah.
I don't even think he played for Ten Hag. But he was signed. He barely played, and Ten Hag was gone.
Yeah.
And it's just that he's never kicked on.
Mm.
I still would start him, but beside Casemiro on Monday night against Bournemouth. Put Bruno up further up front. I still would do that.
Yeah, it is. It is frustrating for Bruno because I do like Bruno when he's up forward because he is creative and he showed tonight there what he can do. Like I just don't like him in centre midfield.
Yeah, that's it. And look, we're in a false economy tonight because we're playing Wolves, so we could have played anybody anywhere, and we probably would have done enough. So look, the real action starts again Monday night.
Do you know what I'd be curious to know is like the table is so crazy this year. I'd be curious to know what were the top six on at this time last year.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? To see, because everything's so tight, like you said, like the fact that I'm sure the genius can get that stat for me. Can you?
Not too sure. No, it's a bit too specific almost.
Well, then
I'm
get
sure. I'm sure that you can
Chat
find-
GPT on the go or something.
Yeah, you can find it somewhere. I'm sure, but
Yeah, what
it'll
is
take
like
a
what
bit of
was
digging for sure.
what was the league table on the second week of December 2024? Because
Well,
I'm just thinking, like, I mean, 'cause, we're on 25 points, and then if we go, so let's go back. 13th is on 20. Yeah, like it's not, it is. It's it's an interesting league. It's really, really interesting. Like,
Yeah.
are you looking it up?
Yeah. How many games have we played?
So we've played 15.
15 now. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if I can pull this up for you. Okay. No, it might be a bit more difficult. Not. No. No.
Maybe we'll look that up maybe for the next one.
Yeah.
Maybe get ChatGPT on the go for that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so look, I mean, it's disappointing there we didn't get the guys on tonight. It's always good to have extra voices coming in, so apologies for that. I don't know. We'll have to investigate exactly what's happened. Don't think it's anything we've done, so I think it's the software. Eddie sent me a screen grab of the software, and it was just like
Gobbledygook.
gobbledygook. Exactly.
So what about like we'll finish off then Monday night prediction time. I'll go last this time. I need to think about it.
That'd be the same too.
All right, okay. So, well, if we're bearing in mind there what I've just said about Bournemouth, 6 games in a row, we have to go for a win. We always have to win. Do you know what I mean? 3-1 United. Just going to throw it out there. Like maybe some of the players are. Maybe that's what we needed tonight. You know, to get a couple of goals. Like you see the kind of the bounce that Mount have, and obviously goals in any player lifts your confidence. Just hopefully that the bright lights of Old Trafford don't weigh too heavy on them, because it really shouldn't. It should be inspiring them. Like, but I think it'd be such an important, because I actually think this next round, this next 2 or 3 weeks, when teams start losing players to the AFCON, I think we will start seeing a breakaway at the top, and I'm just so pleased that we're in the run there or thereabouts, as they say. Be there or thereabouts at Christmas time. That's what in Ferguson's time. I know we're talking about Ferguson's time all the time, but even if we were at this position, even in Ferguson's time, where we're only 8 points behind first, we'd still think that we're in this title race.
Yeah, I know
We would.
I know we would, but it's not Ferguson's time.
You know, I think Newcastle that year were 12 points ahead of
I
us or
know,
something like that. there, or something
it's,
mental.
it's different, but because
You know?
Fergie in here no more. Well, he is, but he in the dressing room. So, like, you know, I know what you're saying, but yeah, we do not live in those times anymore. So, prediction wise, I will stay positive. I think 2-1. I think we'll
2-1.
win 2-1.
Still thinking about it there, and it's a very hard one for me to predict. But I'm going to agree with you and go 3-1 United. I've just got a feeling we're going to be one of those games. It's going to be similar to the Brighton game like last month, I do believe. I think it's just going to be one of those which United starts in the front foot. We do well. Maybe the game isn't perfect. Bournemouth take control at different stages, got to go back, try steal momentum, try cause an upset, create a comeback. But I think we're going to score a few goals, especially if it is in Mbumo and Ahmad Mazraoui's last match before AFCON. I believe that they may especially want to bide with a bang until they do come back from AFCON, of course. So maybe they see big performances, goals from Mbumo, I think, and Ahmad as well here in this one. So yeah, I'm going to go for 3-1, I think. I think Bournemouth, not in the best form at the minute, and I think we're going to carry on a bit of momentum from this Wolves victory and get another emphatic 3 points.
Okay, so 2 3-1s and a 2-1.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What I will say also, just on a point of
Point of order.
for tonight, is I want to say fair play to the Wolves fans.
That was actually just about it.
Because we messaged to the Manchester United faithful. That's how you start doing a protest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That is now. It was probably maybe 20% maybe if the seats were empty.
It was
noticeable.
It was noticeable.
Yeah.
It was noticeable because
Yeah.
the first thing we said is like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And that's what you do. You want your ownership out.
Mhm.
You make a statement, and I think United can learn a lot from that.
That's what Sheffield Wednesday did as well.
Must and the other United groups, we need a more constant. Because look, despite the fact that we're not having a great season, we're kind of up and down. The Glazer movement again, the Glazers, the sly old Glazers are hiding again. Nobody knows where they are. I tell you where they're not. They're not at Old Trafford, and they're getting away with it as per usual. So I thought that was a very good protest. It was noticeable, and then they all came in, and then that was noticeable too.
Mm-hmm. And you notice the
But,
atmosphere
yeah,
change
And,
when they
and
come in.
yeah.
they did hold up big banners in their main sort of cop stand at the 30-minute mark, basically saying the owner's name and out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they didn't actually show it in the cameras, but I remember Wolves taking a through one, and you could just see that in the background. I thought that looked really cool, actually. You know, big banners
So-
flying, just coming up out of nowhere and flying across the entire stand.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking fair play to the Sky Sports commentator. You know, he's been a commentator, but fair play to him because he actually called out all the groups that were involved in the walkout because he started naming this thing off, and I was like, what's he talking about? He must have gone through about 10 different supporters clubs. I said they've all come together to make this happen,
Yeah.
and I thought to myself that's class. Like, but I mean, you know, why is that not possible?
Yeah.
Well,
with United?
I think we should reach out and get Wolves representatives onto the show and ask them. Let's start delving into how you get a proper protest. If Musk can't do it, we'll start it from here.
Yeah.
We'll start it from the Irish Red Devils. Glazers out. Green and gold to the club is sold. Glazers out. Don't forget it, guys.
And goal to the club is sold. I like that. Was that
Yeah.
one you've made up yourself, or is that
No,
no?
that is
That is the thing.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
No. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It's something. It's that thing of like, and where's Sir Jim? At the end of the day, I haven't seen him in a while. You know?
If it wasn't for these,
He's really interested in the bloody stadium.
if it wasn't for the stinginess of these Glazer owners, we would have been bought by that Qatari billionaire. I think he's Qatari, he could be Saudi, I'm not sure, but he was a billionaire anyway. You know, it was similar to Sheikh Mansour in Man City. If he came in, he would. I know we always slander Man City saying they're only successful because of oil money, but if that happened instead of Ratcliffe and Ineos paying 25% of the club, we would be in a completely different position. And I'm not looking down the table, I'm looking up the table, because he would have cleared all the debts. He would have turned United into a serious football club again. He would have, you know, started all these projects. He probably would be similar and, you know, planning for a new stadium as well. But he actually would more than likely provide the funds sufficiently for that. He'd also, you know, he'd bring in the right people who could make the right transfers, bring in the right players in. And overall, he would just invest money into the club, which is something the Glazers haven't done whatsoever. So, you know, at that this whole thing, which, you know, this could happen 2 or 3 years ago. We're currently now 6th place in the table. Not a bad place whatsoever, but we're playing crap football, even though we weren't too bad tonight. But still, we could definitely be competing for the title if it was for that takeover. That's all I'm saying that. And once again, like, I mean, they met the Glazers' asking price, I think 2 or 3 times, and the Glazers kept on raising it before they eventually, you know, eventually it just wasn't feasible anymore.
This is what they have developed, and I'm the same. I would say the same as you. We're all saying it, but you know something? 6th place isn't good enough
Yeah.
No.
because we're Man United, and look, that's not even the Man United badge. Guess what? It's marketing. Marketing. No
Yeah.
football club. Bring back the football club.
And that's sort of a trend. I don't mind it actually. That I think that's. I mean,
Neither do I, but it's not the point.
You're the one who's fucking wearing
It's
it, you dick.
It's not the fucking point.
But,
Do you know what I mean?
But here, can I just say,
But I tell you what. Sorry, go on.
no, I was just going to say that what was going through my head there was one of my favorite Del Boy quotes from Money Fools and Horses. Like, what's the point in saying if my brother had been a bird, he'd be my sister? You know?
But I tell you what. If
But,
if the right ownership had come through, I tell you what wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have put up the ticket prices. Disgraceful.
no,
Putting up ticket prices.
Yeah.
Moving season ticket holders.
even revoking season ticket holders.
Did you hear on Paul Scholes' podcast?
Yeah.
He knows nobody in the club.
Yeah, that's
You know,
that's
there's legends have no connection with the club whatsoever. Absolute disgrace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
and
So-
I'll tell one more thing as well. Turn around, sort of that arm. You see that there? That is becoming sort of the level of this club. But that is
Can't
not
even
the
get
level of
into
this
it.
club. You know, we can't
You're
even get into it
representing
anymore.
everything that's wrong with this club tonight. You and your logo and your fucking UEFA Cup. I wish we had that on our
Damn right. Oh no, but yeah, I think it's by time the Glazers got a bit of heat again.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I know. Fair
It's
play
not going to
Wolves
happen though.
fans.
But
Will,
fair play. to
Bring it
them.
on.
But yeah, it's fair play to the shout out to the Wolves fans because that was impressive tonight.
Yeah, no,
And,
fair play to you. Yeah,
You know that's
and I hope you get what you need
Yeah.
in the championship. Sorry.
That's a bit of a kicking at the end there. There's a-
Kicking the nuts.
All right,
So-
well, we wrap it up there for tonight, guys.
No worries.
Yeah,
Right, so again, is next Monday night the last Monday night? We've had this roll of Monday nights.
Hopefully it is.
Let me just
it is.
double
It
check.
is. Well, look, they only announce TV games so many weeks in advance, so it is in the foreseeable future anyway,
Yeah.
as far as I know.
So let me see. Monday, Sunday, Friday. Oh, I was Boxing Day. Okay, fair enough. Tuesday. The next Wolves game is Tuesday night. Sunday, Wednesday. We've got midweek games coming, thick and fast. But anyway, listen. If we're sitting in the top 5, top 6 at Christmas Day, I don't think we can. I don't think we can moan too much about that.
No.
I think it's
Progress.
We'll take it,
I
and then we
don't-
get busy in the transfer window. Isn't that right, Jason Wilcox?
Conor Gallagher, and I mean, bust the bank.
We'll
get
do
on.
nothing. We'll do fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Do nothing.
Telling you.
We might sign some 17-year-old from Bolivia or
Aye,
something.
and then
It's,
he'll be
yeah.
on put him on loan, and he'll come in
Yeah.
2 years' time. or something.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
All right. What's Messi doing for the rest of the season? See, they just won the MLS Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you tell me has become available?
I did mention this earlier. He has recently become a free agent and he is actively seeking a club. He is not ready to retire. And he's a man by the name of Sergio Ramos. Now, I know maybe centre back isn't the position we're looking for, but, you know, why not?
what? He's about. What is he about? I was going to slag him and say he's like about near 40, but I'm 42 now, so I don't want to slag him. But like,
Yeah,
well, we
no,
don't need it. We don't need cert. Like he no.
No.
Forget that. Forget that.
No.
No. We don't need. It's the last thing we need is not a bloody defender. We need attacking players. We need exciting players. Like,
Messi.
We need
I would take
attackers.
Messi. I would take
Yeah.
Messi to
I
the end
wouldn't
of
mind
the
him
season.
now.
like.
Well,
He'd be
look-
decent backup to
well-
Mbeumo now.
Be better
I don't know if anybody in
Keep
the
Manu
club.
warm
well,
on the bench.
the fact
Yeah.
that the current ownership of the club doesn't seem to be playing or keeping in contact with our past players, it'd be pity, like, because like there's David Beckham, he's got Messi's ear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I thought when I
They
heard
are.
that, when I heard Paul Scholes saying that he didn't know anyone in the club now, and I thought to myself, how many years ago was it that he was sitting as a coach with Giggsy? Do you know what I mean? It's not that long ago. Like, the fact that it's changed that much is not a good sign. Like, so
no, it's not.
it's really not. Like,
No,
you
no,
know,
definitely not.
he was saying that if he wanted tickets, the last time he went to get tickets, he had to go to a tout,
Says
which
everything.
is crazy. Like,
Says everything.
but yeah, he didn't even contact you. He could have contacted you.
Yeah. I'm always good for a ticket.
Right, guys, listen, let's end it there tonight. 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points.
3
Yep.
points on Ruben's on his way to getting himself more time. Like I said, he had 9 points to get before Christmas to keep his job.
I said, I'm sure he had that written up on
I'm
his,
sure he has,
on his
yeah.
bedroom
I
wall.
know he
Stevens,
watches-
9 points.
Yeah, I know. And so he's got 7 now. So hopefully next Monday night he can smash it.
Smash it, and then they can all take Christmas off.
Exactly, and that's what they'll probably fucking do. All right, guys, listen, apologies again for not getting anyone on tonight, but we did our best, and that's all we can do. So until next week, until next Monday night, come on the Reds.
Go on, United.